Hey, what's going on, guys? It's xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys a nuclear gameplay here on the Black Ops 3 beta. Yeah, this is my first video in quite a while, and I apologize I didn't get a video out, specifically this video talking about tips and tricks out before the beta ended. But because I haven't played Call of Duty in a while, I really wanted to completely get back into the groove as much as I could, just completely immerse myself in Black Ops 3 is what I was thinking, get you guys actually solid information, because I think if I tried to make a video before the beta ended, it probably wouldn't have been as high quality as the one I'm hopefully about to make, or at least, like, I messed up my words there, but I think you guys understand what I meant. Hopefully this video is going to be high quality. Let's get into it. You guys requested I do a tips and tricks video, not a review, but please let me know what you guys think my next video should be. I guess I could say that at the end of the video. I'm sure you guys just want me to get into the tips and tricks, so let's get into that. So number one tip for this game so far is higher your sensitivity. A lot of you guys who have been watching me for a while will know I've always been a proponent of low sensitivity, played on 3. It's what all the professional players pretty much play on, like really low sensitivities, somewhere between 2 and 4, and that's on like a scale of 10, by the way, not on the scale of 14 that Black Ops 3 is on. That would be like a 4 or 5 in this game. But on this game, I'm playing on 8, so that is about a 5 on a normal Call of Duty for frame of reference. And it is. The reason is because this game has a really short time to action, and by that what I mean is, within a very quick amount of time, you're going to start running into enemies and basically be really close to the enemy spawn. That is what I found. Now, that may just be with these maps, but something to keep in mind, regardless of the map, is that this is also, and another reason, by the way, to use high sensitivity, is this game is one where you need to worry about every axis, so X, Y, and Z, pretty much all the area around you, and that's something that wasn't true for every Call of Duty up until Advanced Warfare, when things got so crazy. And speaking of which, this game did a much better job with the exosuit movement, just being the jetpack thruster, and that it makes things much less annoying. You may already have your sensitivity pretty high from Advanced Warfare. If you did hire it, then probably don't worry about hiring it again. In fact, don't worry at all about hiring it again if you've already done that. Just keep that in mind if you're someone who is used to a low sensitivity defensive playstyle. Advanced Warfare has some bigger maps, so you may not have thought it's that big of a deal, but on this one I definitely think it is. And by the way, just in case someone from Shrek might be listening to this video, I really think it's a problem how quick you start running into enemies and how quick you're in the enemy spawn. I really don't want to harp on this too much and make people think I'm like really disliking the game, because it's only 3 maps that I've gotten to play, so I really don't have a lot of data to go off of, and the other maps might be really big, but I've actually heard some rumors in some videos and from people who supposedly work at Treyarch that the other maps are going to be bigger. I was watching a T Martin video where he was going over that. So hopefully that's the case. Anyway, back to tips and tricks. The second biggest tip I would give, and I'm going to go into a lot more detail about this when I make a class setup video, but the guns that you should get acquainted with are the Razorback, the Kuda, the ARC-7, and the HVK. So the Razorback and the Kuda are the SMGs in the game that I think are really good, and the ARC-7 and the HVK are the assault rifles in the game that I think are really good. Now, I haven't gotten to try the XR2, but I heard that got a buff towards the end of the beta, so I'm excited to try that out when the full game comes out, because I didn't get to try the M8 before it got nerfed, I don't think. So I was really disappointed, well, not because of that, but I was really disappointed that when I did try the M8, it really didn't seem powerful enough to be worth using. Now, the other factor in that is that these are pretty small maps that don't have as many really long range, or don't give you a lot of long range engagement situations, but it just seemed weak, seemed like it was going to take 3 bursts to kill people every other time, and that gets pretty annoying. So yeah, and that factors into another thing I wanted to talk about the game, which I just think it takes too long to kill people. Again, don't want to start talking about the negatives too much, but I think that may be a problem. I have heard that the PS4 servers were a lot better, and that on those servers the time to death was actually a lot shorter, or like, you know, the power of the guns was a lot stronger, but we'll see when the full game comes out. So back to tips and tricks. The best score streak I would recommend is the Scythe. I would say a close second is the handgun that is a one-shot kill. That thing is really fun sometimes, and it's probably a better weapon to use on longer range maps. Although if you're on a longer range map, then you're actually probably going to want to use the assault rifle stun thing that shoots, like, kills people in one shot when you charge your gun up a little bit. I forget what that's called, but I was using that a little bit. That was pretty much, those 3 were the only specialist things that I gave a shot. The other ones didn't sound that good. But yeah, the Scythe is just a beast up close. If you're not familiar, it's the thing I pull out 3 times in this game. It's like a chain gun. I can't remember what it was called in a previous game. It's a just massive machine gun that you hip fire with, and the death machine. It's like the death machine from Black Ops 2, I believe was the game. So definitely try that out. Best score streaks to use. I would recommend using UAV, counter UAV, and the Hater if you want some lower kill streaks, but still kind of high. If you want even lower kill streaks, the UAV, counter UAV, and the Hellfire. The Hellfire is awesome in this game on small maps, like a little bit overpowered in my opinion. That's something I think should be nerfed, and I'll talk about that more in a video all about the problems I'm seeing with Black Ops 3, because that's something I wanted to do, because I'm really hoping Treyarch is going to listen to the community hardcore now that they have tons of people who know about the game and have opinions about the game, and they can really integrate all this amazing feedback. I think it might not be able to because it's so close to the game being released, but what's the point of a beta if you're not going to listen to the community? So yeah, I'll do that at another time. But anyway, back to best score streaks. Then if you want higher score streaks that I would recommend, actually let me break down why I would use the other, like I already explained the Hellfire, but UAV and counter UAV, oh by the way, Hater, if you don't know what that is, it's basically the VSAT. So you can see enemies for I think 60 seconds, and you can see what direction they are facing on the minimap. So orbital VSAT from like Black Ops. The reason why I would use UAV and counter UAV is because the time to death and time to action, actually no, just time to action, is so short in this game. You can really benefit from knowing where the enemies are around you, because all of a sudden you've got to worry, and this kind of like goes back to why I use high sensitivity. You're going to have enemies all around you. You're going to want to know where they are. And if you can counter UAV them, you can prevent them from knowing when you're up in their spawn, because that's something really easy for them to, their UAV is something really easy to use for them to stop you from doing very well in their spawn. So definitely would recommend those two. And then the reason to use the, I didn't even tell you yet, the high kill streaks that I would use are the UAV, the Hater, and the Wraith, which is like a Pavlo, I would say. Really, really, really good kill streak compared to a lot of the other ones, because there aren't too many really good ones. Like I was really, really, really hoping that this game would have something like a Harrier in it. The Harrier from Modern Warfare 2 was one of my favorite kill streaks. I just thought it was maybe a little bit overpowered, but just really, really strong and awesome that you could stack that with a Pavlo, and then Pavlo with a chopper gunner and all those sort of stuff, all that, or the orbital VSAT, that was the other thing I would stack with it. So I'm excited to use the Mothership more with the Hater and the Wraith. I think that's going to be a really, really awesome combo. But yeah, would have liked to see something like a Harrier in this game too, for more consistent kill streaks. What else? Got my notes here with some other tips. Oh, I think frags are definitely better than Semtex in this game, or at least with these small maps, I would recommend it. I just found myself over and over wanting to cook grenades, surprise the crap out of enemies, and I've just gotten used to using frags now, although that's not really that big of a deal. Just a quick note on perks. Again, I'll go over this in more detail at a later time, but Flak Jacket, because the maps are so small and people can grenade you pretty easily, and Tactical Mask, because same reason as the Flak Jacket. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. That was everything I wanted to cover in this video. Oh, one thing I'll say a quick note on. Constantly think about the shortest distance to safety or cover. Extra important in this game because it's so easy for people to just kind of surprise you. So if you want to, keep your kill streak going, just constantly think about which door you can run in to avoid enemies, which thing you can run behind, or which two things you can run in between to stop you from getting killed from long range, from a random spot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that is the end of this gameplay. That was a 77-13 domination game. I was really happy with that. Not the best kill death ratio, but a really, really good kill streak in there. I think it was a 34 gun streak, which got me the nuclear medal. I really wish the nuclear medal actually gave you a nuke that went off, even if it was just like a nuke that killed everyone on the enemy team once. But oh well, not really too upset about that. Anyway, guys, that is the end of this gameplay. And for you guys wondering out there if I'm coming back to YouTube for Black Ops 3, I will say expect video soon, but no promises. No promises about no video or video soon, but no promises about long-term coming back to YouTube. Really, that'll depend on how good Black Ops 3 is. So on that note, my next video might be problems with Black Ops 3, might be first impressions, like a review. Let me know what you'd like to see next, and if it's one of those two or a different video. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sam or xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys another Black Ops 3 beta gameplay. This one here on the map Combine, I believe it's called, using the Kuda SMG, and this was my second best gameplay that I got the entire time I played the Black Ops 3 beta. I ended up going 82-7, and it's only a 6 versus 6, so I was super happy with this gameplay, considering I have not played Call of Duty much lately. And the specific class setup I was using, for those wondering, is the Kuda with extended mags, quick draw, and grip, and the secondary, the LCAR 9, I believe it's called, which is kind of like a G18 from Modern Warfare 2. It's a nice automatic secondary pistol. I'm using the perk setup, Tactical Mask, Fast Hands, and Flak Jacket in the opposite order. And for those of you who don't know, Fast Hands is changing your gun really quickly and also throwing your grenades a little bit quicker, and Tactical Mask is blocking you from getting stunned or getting affected by other tactical grenades, and then Flak Jacket is stopping you from getting killed by explosives for the most part. And finally, the kill streak setup I was using was the UAV, the Wraith, and the Hater. For those of you guys who don't know, the Hater is like the Orbital VSAT or the Blackbird from previous Call of Duty games, and the Wraith is like a Pavlo, maybe a little bit weaker than a Pavlo, that just goes all around the map and kills people, which is pretty awesome. And one last thing about the class, I've heard that the red dot sight is actually a better choice than the grip, from someone I really, really trust about Call of Duty public matches and guns. And I actually didn't try that the entire time I played the beta, which I'm really disappointed in myself about, because I was comparing this gun to the MP5 the whole time I was playing the beta and talking about it with people. And the MP5 from Call of Duty 4, that is, not from Modern Warfare 2. and I didn't try it with the red dot sight, even though the MP5 and COD4 I always used with a red dot sight on it. So I would definitely try that out when the game comes out, and I'll do the same when the game comes out and probably let you guys know what I think about it. So with all that out of the way, today guys, I want to talk to you about the biggest problems that I have with the Black Ops 3 beta, because I really want this game to be good, and I think that Treyarch is going to, well, actually, just real quick, I want this game to be great. I already think it's a good game. I'm definitely not trying to insinuate that it's not already good, but I want this game to really reinvigorate the Call of Duty series and bring me back and maybe even get me a little bit addicted, which honestly would be kind of nice. Just to have a game to go to that is really that enjoyable. Basically, not necessarily to be addicted to the game, but yeah, so, and I think Treyarch is going to listen to the community. They've always been really good about iterating on their games, augmenting them after games come out, and hopefully this is no exception, especially since they're doing a beta for it, which is kind of what betas are for. I'm sure they can internally test for most bugs and glitches, and this is really to figure out how to refine a lot of the mechanics, not just the general software glitches. So yeah, first main problem that I have with this game, I think the maps are way too small. Now, this might not be a problem when the game comes out, but if these maps are indicative of the kind of maps we're going to have with the full game, it's going to be kind of a shit show. Not going to say the game will be bad, but these maps have so much stuff on them that there's not really any routes to run. You're just kind of forced into like one of 3 paths to go across the map, if even that many paths. And on most maps, you can usually define like 3 primary ways you can get across the map. But within each of those 3 primary ways you can get across the map, or 3 primary areas, not ways, you'll have like 2 to 3 paths in each one of those, if not more, with all the different stuff that's in between you and the other side of the map. So I really want to see bigger maps with a lot more space in between the obstacles that are across the map. And by obstacles, I just mean everything from buildings to cars to bridges, whatever it is on the map. That is not just the ground. Yeah, so that might not be a problem when the game comes out, which is really good, but it definitely was a problem with the 4 maps that I played, and it just decreases the amount of strategy that you can really, employ in a game if they're really cluttered small maps like these were. Next, and this also might not be a problem when the game comes out, I think it takes way too long to kill people in this game. Well, not way too long. I think it takes too long. I think that without stopping power, this game just should take 1 less bullet with each gun to kill people, and that would be perfect. It would feel like a Modern Warfare 2 type time to death for each kill, and that would really, I think, make for funner gameplay. And yeah, it's worsened by the small maps because when you run into multiple people, which happens so often because the maps are small, you can't usually kill multiple people because it's 2 versus 1, and even if you have the upper hand, have a better shot, saw them first, started shooting first, something like that, they're still going to have twice as much health, and it's exaggerated because they each, it'll take 4 bullets to kill each of them instead of 3 bullets to kill each of them. It just makes a significant difference. So yeah, I'm hoping that won't be a problem, because I've heard that the PlayStation players actually felt the opposite way about the game. So what that leads me to believe is that the Xbox servers were just way worse than the PlayStation servers, which makes sense because PlayStation has dedicated servers, but we'll have to wait and see, because I didn't really feel that much lag, so I'm a little bit worried about that. The next biggest problem I would say is there's a lot of flinch in this game. When you get shot, your aim definitely gets thrown off quite a bit, and I would just like to be able to hold up in gunfights where I'm already shooting someone. I totally get, if I'm not already shooting them, I shouldn't be able to just turn on someone and absolutely destroy them because they missed a shot or two. But you know, that also kind of factors into why I think it should be a quicker or it should be easier to kill people. You know, health should be decreased or guns should be buffed. So yeah. Next problem I had with this game, most of the other ones are pretty small. I think that it's a little too clunky, and this has just always been a belief of mine with Treyarch games, and that makes it sound like it's just like some overarching statement about like some overarching prejudice against Treyarch, but really like every Treyarch game feels more clunky than the Infinity Ward predecessor, which is not good to me because every year I'm hoping things advance and get better, and it feels like I'm playing a 2009 engine every time I get on a Treyarch game. So that weirds me out and is disappointing for sure, but it's not too bad. You get used to it. I've always gotten used to it, and you know, if it doesn't get changed, it's not going to be the end of the world for this game. But really would be nice to see them take a page out of Infinity Ward's book and make some really smooth games somehow. I think the recoil is a little bit too heavy on the AK-47 light gun. I think it's called the AKR, but I also think I'm getting that wrong. I'm kind of sure it's the AKR. I think that the Black Hat needs to be nerfed. I think it should take one more shot to take down kill streaks with the Black Hat tactical. I think that the Tempest score streak, which is like an assault rifle, it's a one-shot kill that you need to charge briefly to have like a laser beam shoot out of it. I think that should take like half a second to a second longer to charge. I think that the Talon, which is like the drone that you can fly around the map with, that you have a little gun on, that's sort of like a machine gun, should be nerfed. I think the best way to nerf that would actually just be to make it a larger target in the air to shoot, because they already have pretty low health, but it's really hard to hit in the air because it's a really small drone. And lastly, I think the Scythe needs to be nerfed. I think it just needs to be made weaker, plainly. Oh, actually, not lastly. I think the Hellfire Predator missile type thing also should be nerfed. For that, I think they should either make the spread of the missiles a lot smaller, or they should make each missile weaker and the spread that each missile has a little bit smaller. So yeah, those are all the changes that I think should be made with Black Ops 3. Please let me know what changes you should be made, because hopefully Treyarch will be paying attention to what the community is saying about their game. And also, please give this video a like rating. If we can get 3,500 likes on this video, I will upload another video within 1 day of this game coming out, or this video coming out. So not the day after, but a second day after, so maybe 2 days, depending on how you look at it. And let me know also in the comments, do you want me to do a class setup video, my 5 favorite classes from the beta? Or do you want to see a dual commentary with JNASTY where we talk about tips and tricks for the game, over a gameplay where he goes 71-1 and gets a nuclear medal? Let me know in the comments below, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys a dual commentary to talk about Black Ops 3 with, honestly, the most skilled Black Ops 3 player that I have ever met, or at least the most skilled public match player for Black Ops 3 that I've ever met. Not that there's really a way to compare, but I've got with me Justin, aka JNASTY. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's up, Sam?
Not much, man. Not much. So I just want to quickly thank you in front of all my fans for the advice that you've given me for this game, because it really helped me get acclimated to playing Call of Duty again. And just, dude, you're a beast at this game. I'm going to leave it at that for an intro. And your gameplay speaks for itself. So yeah, everyone, after this video, please go check out Justin's channel. It's freaking awesome. But anyway, you want to start by talking about what class you were using here and just how you went about getting this gameplay, or what class you used to go about getting this gameplay?
All right. On this class setup that I'm using personally, it's a CUDA setup with extended mags, fast mags, red dot, and quick draw. It's pretty much my rush heavy class setup. I have quick draw. The time to kill is really quick in this game. And then I threw the red dot on the CUDA. I feel like SMGs in general have some some clunky recoil in this game, so I think the red dot really helps with those long shots, and it just makes the gun even easier in my opinion.
Yeah, I actually didn't get the chance to try out the Kuda with the red dot, and after I saw that you used that for this gameplay, I just felt so dumb. I was like, wow, this is like the COD 4 MP5 right here. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, it has the iron sights, but there's it just looks kind of weird sometimes when you shoot at long range, and it can be troublesome in my opinion. So,
yeah, with that little circle around the iron sights, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. So, what else do you have going on this class that you're using or on your loadout?
So in the beta, the best kill streaks were the UAV, the Hater, and the Wraith. When the Wraith didn't get black hatted, it was actually really, really solid. So I would highly suggest that class in general was just really, really good. I didn't use the Mothership. I used the Wraps. They didn't seem to be very effective, but the Wraith seemed to do work, and sometimes it would give me like 5 kills at once. It felt like an escort drone on crack. Like it was pretty insane at times.
Yeah, I agree. Those things are awesome. And then what perks are you using?
So I'm using the best perks in the game is Flat Jacket, Fast Hands, and then you have to have Tac Mask in this game. Stuns and grenades in general are just super, super ridiculously strong. I think they're gonna mess with it when the game is released, but they were just so broken in the beta that you had to wear Flat Jacket and you had to wear Tac Mask, or you're just gonna get killed by somebody throwing a concussion grenade.
Yep, totally. Cool. The first thing I wanted to talk about here was your strategy for going about, and my strategy for going about getting a nuclear, which a lot of people have been talking about, and which is super, super hard because I know score streaks count towards your nuclear medal. You want to start the commentary off with the tips for or that you utilize when going for a nuclear?
Well, in this gameplay, I obviously have Rejact on, and that got heavily nerfed, but what I highly suggest is running the Hater. Once you get the Hater, you can start playing absolutely ridiculous, and I mean, when you have the UAV and the Hater in the air, when your teammates get a kill, it's plus 20, so that stacks to getting your next Hater. So the Hater is probably the best kill streak in the game, and it makes the game kind of too easy, in my opinion, just knowing where everybody is, like a wall hack, and it's kind of unfair.
Yeah, it is pretty ridiculous, especially with these really small maps where you're just constantly running into the enemies.
Yeah.
And when I say these really small maps, I'm talking about the maps for the beta, which I won't say we're rush heavy, but just what I was saying in my last commentary was the time to action, the time to running into an enemy and getting into a gunfight was really, really short on all of them. So you had to constantly really be aware of your surroundings. And on that note, by the way, guys, in case you didn't see my last commentary, higher sensitivity in this game for sure. I actually just straight up asked Justin what sensitivity was working for him and tried that out, and it was working really well for me, which was an 8 out of 14 on this game. Cool. So yeah, and then you were telling me earlier about a play style that or I guess guidelines for your play style being either at any given time in a patrol mode or a rush mode. You want to talk a little bit more about that and your strategy?
So at the beginning of the game, as you guys saw, I was really going in at it. I was going in the spawns, running like crazy. And then later in this gameplay, I saw that I had a really high KD going, and I wanted to see how high I can get that KD going. So I kind of... What I mean by patrol, this game has a lot of map flow to it. There's a lot of choke points, and what I generally do is I like to position my body into a spot where I'm at an advantage every time I get in a gunfight with somebody. And what this is I'm not really going in deep in the spawns. I'm kind of holding like a spot, like I said, a really strong point on the map, and just watching those heavily what am I trying to say? The heavy map
traffic.
Yeah, the heavy traffic areas, and just pretty much just pick them off.
Cool. Yeah, there is like a very limited amount of map routes that you can run in this game for sure, and that I think is a little bit annoying. But if you can find a good patrol spot and sit back with an assault rifle in most of those spots, you're going to be doing really well.
Yeah.
Cool.
The only bad thing about these maps though is you can get spawn trapped really, really, really bad. Especially in a map like a game mode like Safeguard. Like these guys, it was just easy mode in Safeguard because the spawns were so strong.
Got it. Yeah. I've noticed that too. It's just really short time to death, and they can just sit right by, especially in domination, right by your flag and just pick you off. This map especially too.
Yeah.
So what about what specialists you were really liking for the beta? I know this was Reject was nerfed, but what else are you liking on the game? Or are you still liking Reject?
Reject, I stopped running it after they nerfed it, but my top 3 that I would pick, if you want to go with like a more support type role, I would actually pick the Annihilator, just because you can one-shot any kill streak with it, and it's pretty insane. Yeah. And my second pick would be the Tempest. The Tempest is really good on the bigger maps, and it's actually really good for picking people off in the spawn, because when you get 1 kill, as you know, it spreads to the enemy players, and you can get multiple kills with that. And then the number 1 would be the Sith. It just can destroy multiple enemies at once, and I think that's what its biggest advantage is dealing with multiple enemies. And with a playlist like Safeguard, where they're just all spawning in one spot at the same time, it absolutely mows them down, and it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, the really awesome thing about the Scythe to me is that it's really good at long range and at close range, which you don't get with the other ones. I mean, the Annihilator, you could sort of argue that you can take people out at long range, but the Scythes just really don't lend themselves to doing that.
I agree.
And the Scythes and just the way that the Scythe works really does lend itself to being able to be versatile. Cool. So that is actually the end of this gameplay. Guys, if you want to see more awesome gameplay from Justin, please go check him out. Click the link in the description below. Like I said, best player that I know at Black Ops 3, and is always uploading crazy stuff like this. So yeah, that was all I had to say. You have any final words on the commentary?
Not really. I just want to say thanks for having me, and I'm glad you're back, man.
Cool. All right. Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime. And I'll see you guys around. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Samurai xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys my first gameplay from the final release of Black Ops 3, or I guess the first final release of Black Ops 3. That doesn't really make any sense, but basically what I'm getting at is I'm hoping that Treyarch is going to make modifications to this game, and in hopes that they might be listening to the community and might make some changes. Today I actually want to talk to you guys about my biggest problems with Black Ops 3, and also my favorite things about Black Ops 3. I'll warn you in advance, it's going to be kind of a negative video. One, because I really want to focus on the things that I want changed in the game, and two, because Call of Duty, to stay Call of Duty, in my opinion, at least with the bounds of ideas that I have come up with, kind of needs to stay the way Call of Duty has been for the past couple of years. It needs to be almost extremely similar to most of the other good Call of Duty games, like Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, and whatnot. So anyway, let's get into it. So my overall judgment, if you're wondering if Black Ops 3 is worth buying, is that yes, it is worth buying. This is actually the first Call of Duty in 3 years that I found myself feeling a little bit of the Call of Duty addiction with, that I used to have with games like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. So I was really happy about that, but it hasn't done anything that is leaps and bounds better than any of those games, in my opinion. And they've done quite a few things to try and make the game feel really new, it seems like running on walls and the jumping system and jetpack system, but none of that stuff really impresses me. So anyway, that's sort of like in a roundabout way, my first impressions of the game. So now let's get into the nitty gritty and what I think about it. So, and I guess I should revise whether or not I think it's worth it. It's worth it for someone like me, because I really like Call of Duty. Even if I don't end up making YouTube videos this year for this game and just play it for 10 to 30 hours over the next year, that's kind of worth the time. I think a few bucks an hour or whatever for a really fun time, it's not too bad, or $2 an hour, whatever. Anyway, but I don't know if it's necessarily worth it for someone who isn't a huge Call of Duty fan, just wants to play the single player or whatever. Actually, with that said, I don't play single player of Call of Duty games, so single player could be amazing. This is really just a review of the multiplayer for you multiplayer addicts out there like me. So anyway, let's get to the nitty gritty. the first problem that I have with this game, and the biggest problem I have with this game, is I'm constantly trading kills with the enemy team in a lot of matches. Constantly trading kills. And the reason I believe that is, the reason from everything I can gather why that happens, is because there's no great guns. There's a lot of alright guns. And there's another way to put that that's not as negative. You can say, oh, it takes 20% more damage to kill everyone in this game, or all the guns are 20% weaker, and that's just the way it was meant to be played, or the way it was meant to be, and the way it was designed. And I think it probably was meant to be designed that way, because what that means is when you are a really good player, the few and far between people, the kind of people who are constantly looking at YouTube videos to try and get better at Call of Duty, or competing in tournaments on game battles or Major League Gaming, you get screwed, because if you run into 2 or 3 people, the chances you're actually going to be able to kill 2 people or 3 people is really, really slim, because you are going to need to get 9 bullets into people, or 12 bullets into those people, and they're only going to need to get 3 or 4 into you, and they've got 2 or 3 people, and you've got 1. But if you're a bad player, what that means is if you just stick near your teammates, your chances of winning gunfights with people who are 2 times or 3 times better than you are actually pretty high. So, the multiples work. Like, if you're with 2 people, your chances of killing people who are twice as better than you is really high. And if you're with 3 people, total, you and 2 teammates, your chances of killing people who are 3 times better than you are really high. At least in, like, this fictional perfect scenario I'm imagining, where someone is hitting you 3 times as many times, or 2 times as many times as you're hitting them with your bullets. So yeah, that's my major complaint with this game, and it could be so easily fixed. Just decrease everyone's health by 20%, or increase the damage of every gun by 20%. And if you think about it, that's the way things were in Call of Duty 4 with stopping power. It's the way things were in Modern Warfare 2 with stopping power. And it definitely, I definitely feel like the guns are weaker than they were in Black Ops or Black Ops 2. I haven't played those games in a long time, so I could be wrong, but I just think I would enjoy this game a whole lot more if it was a little bit easier to kill people. It would feel much more fast-paced and fair to good players. But I don't think that's the way Call of Duty games are being designed anymore. I think the way Call of Duty games are being designed is to be appealing to the masses, and with a blue ribbon for all mentality, meaning like everyone should be having fun no matter how much you suck at the game. And that's a nice idea, and I totally agree. Like, if you can maximize happiness all in all in the world, like, go for it. But in a game, I just feel like fairness it really matters. So anyway, let's quickly run through some of the other things in the last minute of this gameplay here. I don't think running on walls really adds to the game. Oh, on the note of the blue ribbon for all mentality, that's exactly what Specialist is. So Specialist stuff that just accrues even if you're not doing anything or getting any kills, that's totally a blue ribbon for all mentality. That's not fair at all. There's no really way to argue it. It's the same problem I had with Destiny. I just don't like it. What I would consider is random acts of fun that they're adding to the game. Things like Specialists running on walls both fall in that category. I just don't think those are that cool, or the jetpacks. I don't think it adds that cool of a dynamic to the game. I think the maps are too small, which is made to appeal to competitive players, or just to make sure people are constantly running into each other, and it's a really action-packed game. Not a big fan of that. I think the map should have been a lot bigger, and it would have made the game a lot funner, just like in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. And last thing here that I wrote down was, I don't know why they took out the knife. I don't think anyone ever thought the knife was overpowered except with Commando in Modern Warfare 2. So I just wish they would add the knife back to the game. And it's like they took out one hit kill thing that everyone had, and then they added in another one-hit kill thing that everyone gets, these specialist weapons that, you know, shoot across the map. It's just kind of crazy to me. Anyway, probably going to play this game a decent amount. Probably going to put out some YouTube videos because I am enjoying it. And I know people want to see videos from me. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like rating. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys hopefully soon. Bye. Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Samurai xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys an Inside the Mind of xJawz episode here on Black Ops 3. Today I'm going to be playing some ground war domination on the map Evac, and I'm going to be using the VMP SMG. And for those of you guys who are unaware of what exactly Inside the Mind of xJawz is, I will briefly explain it. Basically, it is a series where I do a live commentary on Black Ops 3 and talk about everything that I think about that is within reason, and also that I can actually express quickly enough as it's happening, because that's another problem I run into, where I can't articulate everything that's going on in my mind super quickly. But anyway, try to tell you guys everything that I'm thinking about as I go through a game of Call of Duty to help you guys better understand my decision-making process, why I make the decisions I make, why I don't make certain decisions you might expect me to make, and most importantly, in my opinion, to try and help you guys better understand the principles that guide my decision-making process, because those things can be applied, because those things can be applied to so many different situations, whereas a little tip, a little trick that's like a one-off thing, it's kind of only worth a little bit. It's only worth as much as you can get out of it from, you know, the one or two scenarios, sometimes maybe the frequent scenarios that it applies to, but more often than not, I think just it's like pretty isolated. So let's try and get behind these guys. Not gonna work. I see a bunch of red dots on the side of the map. Let's go that direction. Okay, maybe a guy right here. Oh, nope. Wow, my teammate did a really good job here. Looks like that guy was spinning for a 360 no-scope. Okay, I'm gonna run back here, check these stairs. These are pretty common area. I like to try my best to control. Oh, shiitake mushrooms. I'm all red. So the enemy knows where I am right now, so I'm just gonna do my best to stay out of the main places that they're running. Okay, so I got a Wraith with those down over C. Try and watch the middle of the map here. There we go. We got a hater. And all I want to do is hold this hit. I think there's a guy right behind me. I just heard him. Yep. Where is he at? Oh, jeez. My teammate got in the way and I couldn't see him. Oh, that's the worst. Okay. Well, now what I want to do is just get a couple kills, get like my UAV going. Ooh, that was nice. And then once I do, then call in the hater to help me get just past that little plateau I want to get to. Okay, nice. So we got 600 more points to go. I think that's hater time. Oh shit, lots of guys in one little area. Oh wow. Oh wow, okay. I want to get the hell out of there. This is dangerous. This is dangerous, but I'm going to keep going back here. I'm going to see what I can do. Yeah, my teammates are running the trap. Oh no. We're getting out of there. Oh shit, they're on B. Oh shit, way too many of them. Coming. Okay. I'm gonna try and get the guy over here, I think. I can get. Okay, wow. No, okay, I got a Wraith, but not the Hater. So now let's just try and get enough points. Well, no, the Hater's not really going to help me that much. It might get me 4 or 5 kills, but even that's only the equivalent of a kill if it gets 4. So really now this is... Oh, if I get this flag, if I get C, we'll be golden. Oh, there we go. Okay. 30 and 5. I'm liking the shape we're in. I'm liking the shape we're in. We just got to play it real safe at the beginning of next round. Get 5-6 kills. Get some good Wraith kills in. And then I'll have another Wraith and another Hater. So let's see how this goes. So which side of the map are we on now? Okay, I think, yeah. All right. So I'll show you my favorite opening route for this side of the map. Although this is actually quite dangerous. I don't know if I want to run... Yeah, I don't want to run my typical opening route. I'm going to do something different. Alright. Let's see if I can spot anyone off the bat. Didn't work out too well. Oh, no. Okay. Alright. Damn. We were halfway there. Alright, we gotta get B now. We gotta get B here. Is there a guy above me? Where'd that... Whose trip mine was that? Alright, let's go for C. My teammate just died over here. There we go. Nice, nice. Let's go back here. Am I halfway to my Wraith? I can't tell. I cannot tell. Okay, I'm gonna try this. See how this goes. This is not good. This is not good. Oh, no, no, no. Not liking this. We're gonna go down the middle. Oh, shit. Teammate just died. There we go. Alright, now I just want to run back and forth and check these two areas. Oh, a little long range for a VMP. I'm going to call this baby in. That was risky. I'm just going to go hip fire here because I want this guy to turn around this corner. I'm just going to spray him. There we go. Oh, oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, I do not have enough ammo for me to call in this. Jesus, they called that down quick. Oh, shit. Guys on both sides of me. Guys on both sides of me. Okay. Hopefully one of these guys jumps down in a second. There's 3 guys above me and 1 guy right next to me now. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. He's on A. No, he's not. No! Oh, that was so close. Okay. Ooh, they are all together. Oh shit, I think they're all together near me at A. Are they? Yeah, they're on A. Oh! Damn, specialist, okay. Alright, this game's about to end, so might as well specialist it up. Okay. I'm gonna run in the middle. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wasn't sure if that was a teammate or an enemy. Thought I just saw an enemy right in front of me. Oh, I think I did. He's escaping me. Alright. Bunch of guys here, so I'm gonna be delicate. Alright, now it just seems like it's an all-out war. There we go. Nice. 51-8 with 8 captures and 8 defends, or 7 defends, sorry. 8 captures, 8 deaths, and 7 defends. Oof, almost got that 7-7-7. Anyway, there you go. That is a second Inside the Mind of xJawz for you guys. Hopefully it was just as good, if not better, than the first. If you guys enjoyed it and want to see more Inside the Mind of xJawz, please give me a like rating on this video. I'd really appreciate it. Just getting back into doing some YouTube videos and really love to see the videos performing well. It's much appreciated, believe me. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.